What is up, my dudes? Welcome back to Storytime with your favorite Reddit fairy. My name is Lorna, and today we're looking at the subreddit r/ChoosingBeggars. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. The Broken Waterbottle, posted by user Kelsey Naya MH_. So for some context, I worked at the British equivalent of America's Walgreens, Boots. I was a cashier. It was summer 2018. The Incredibles 2 had just hit the cinemas, and Boots' own brand Sun Cream had done a promotional offer. You buy 2 bottles of sun cream, you get a free Incredibles water bottle. I remember serving this man, probably early 30s. He picked up 2 bottles and had one of the free ones and proceeded to ask me if I buy 4, will I get 2 free bottles? I answered, yeah, that's the deal. He was ecstatic and ran back to get another 2 and another free bottle. We had a happy transaction. I wished him to have a good one and then carried on with my day. The next day, around lunchtime, aka the busiest time of the workday, he came storming back in and straight up to my till, boycotting the entire queue, in turn, pissing so many people off. He slammed down one of the bottles, and it looked as though it had been dropped on concrete, like a playground floor or pavement. It was completely grazed on one side with a huge crack going up the side. I never said they were good quality. They're free. What do you expect? He was fuming. I put this bottle in the dishwasher. You never told me they weren't dishwasher safe. It's broken. I want another one. They are dishwasher safe, sir. That has been dropped. No, they aren't. It cracked in the microwave. I want another one. They are also microwave safe, sir. I apologize, but the only way you'd get another bottle is if you bought sun cream, as that is the offer we have going on right now. I want a refund. I am so sorry, but I cannot refund you on the free promotional item. I want a new one. I sighed and told him to give me a moment whilst I went to locate another bottle to hand over and shut him up so I could deal with the lunch rush. To no avail. We had none left. I walked back, silently praying in my head because I knew exactly what I was walking back to. I'm so sorry, sir. It seems we've run out of the bottles, and the promotion was only while stocks last. Again, I apologize for the inconvenience, I said to him, beginning to walk to another till to carry on serving. Big mistake. He went crimson in the face, and I swear to you, I could see smoke coming out of his ears. I want a new free bottle, and I want it now. Don't get me wrong, I completely understood his frustration. Those sun cream bottles weren't cheap. I just apologized to him again and explained the promotion policy, and lo and behold, he demands to speak to my supervisor. I just sighed and again pointed to my badge. I am the supervisor, sir. He demanded to speak to my manager, who was on her lunch break. I shrugged and I went to the tannoy and made the announcement that there was a customer inquiry, meaning bell end of a customer. Come back me up ASAP, thanks. And she made her way downstairs. He was shocked to see that she was also female and began explaining how I was the world's worst employee because I wouldn't refund him for a free gift. She looked at me and I shrugged, continuing to serve other customers who were looking at me with sympathy. He demanded I came back over so he could look at my managers and my badges, made a note to write down our names and call in a complaint. Once he left, my manager just laughed it off and told me not to worry as I was just doing my job and nothing would come of it. A few days later, I got called to the manager's office and we spoke about the customer who actually lodged the complaint with our area manager, who essentially also told him where to go as it was a free promotion and he wasn't entitled to anything. He never came back. TLDR, man's kid broke a bottle he got for free and he demanded a refund. I think it's funny that first he blames it on the dishwasher and then he blames it on the microwave. It's like, okay, well, we just caught you in a lie right there, so pretty sure you just dropped it, my dude. This guy, what? I mean, he's not really yeah, he's a choosing beggar, but it's kind of on a fringe there because he did pay for something, expecting to get something, but he broke it. So, yeah, he's not getting shit for that. That's just entitled. The brother of all beggars. Posted by user Dumb White Trash. I have a 30-year history of this choosing beggar using, leeching, stealing from everyone he can. I'll be as brief as I can. He begged to borrow my motorcycle so he could go see a female. I let him. He wrecked it. I paid to fix it. He is always in need of a place to stay because he got kicked out by a roommate, evicted. Skipped out on 3 months' rent and used to steal mine and my girlfriend's food all the time. He snivels as I told him to pay rent or get out. His answer is always, I need my money for things, not your things. His things are booze, weed, entertainment. He is always needing to borrow money because he just started a new job and needs some tools, or his car broke down, or this or that. He has bummed $15,000 off of me over the years. Never paid a dollar back. We had a saying, want to get rid of Tim? Lend him some money. You won't see him until he needs to beg more. When I used to move weed years ago, I couldn't get rid of him. He was always mooching, begging. So I set him up and of course he stiffs me for $3,000. I didn't hear from him for 5 years. I found out later that he got a settlement of $30,000 from workers' comp thing he ran. He couldn't work but played softball twice a week, golf twice a week, spent several nights a week in bars getting in fights. His only friends, as he calls them, are the other lost souls loitering in bars. Every girlfriend he has had to get restraining orders or have her family move out of the residence while he was away. This happened twice that he admits to. I know firsthand of a third. No male that he knows will lend him money because he has welshed on them all. So he has one male friend that is a drunk, date rapist, druggy loser, but he has maintained employment for decades. Tim the choosing beggar told me all about him and Wayne raping drunk barfly that passed out. I was shocked. He has no shame whatsoever. He has been getting by with hitting on the ugliest barfly broad in the bar and hoping she'll let him shack up with her and move in. The last one he was with was just awful. Ugly as fuck, chain-smoked, busted nose from previous male, red flag, a belligerent, sickening drunk, whiskey and rum. He would call me and snivel that she threw him out and he needs a place to stay. No. No room at the inn. So Tim stays in motels for a couple of weeks and tells this pig that he loves her, and if she won't take him back to be his mommy, he will kill himself. She says no. Tim gobbles a bunch of pills, then calls everyone he knows and tells them where he is and what he has done, and he left the front door open. Of course, so they will find his dumbass and save him. Sure enough, he is found. Hospital, psych ward, big show for the stunt he just pulled. Oh, give me sympathy, but all he wanted was to have a place to live with the barfly. When I quiz his ass on why he does what he does, he says, I can't make it on my own. I try and I can't. And denies ever stealing my food, owing me rent, owing me weed, even denied wrecking my motorcycle, telling me that a friend fixed it the next day. What the fuck are you talking about, man? He then gets angry and starts making threats or plays the pity me card. He can't make it on his own because he needs someone else to pay the rent and utilities, while he gets drunk and stoned and borrows money off of family and acquaintances and never repays. Years of this. Fast forward 2017. My youngest bro died at 49 of a heart attack. He was taking care of my mom that had a stroke and broken hip and crippling arthritis. Wheelchair bound. I, the oldest of 5, come around. Mom begs me to move back home because she doesn't want to go into a facility. I ponder it, and I do it. I felt it was a noble act of kindness. Meanwhile, Tim and his latest drunk skank barfly are drinking their asses to death. He gets very sick, heart attacks, goes into a facility where they tell him, "You are drinking your ass to death." He worsens. In there for months. He cardiac arrests again, flatlines. He gets out after months, goes back to the drunk barfly. I went to see him at 10 a.m. one day, and he is shit-faced on rum. At 10 a.m. on a Wednesday, he denies a drinking problem. Deny, lie, obfuscate. I'm sorry, I don't know that word. Never heard that word before. Obfuscate? Sorry. Blame away, and when that doesn't work, get angry and make threats. I left figuring he would die before I see him again. Months go by. His barfly gets sick and dies in a matter of days from consumption. Liver, kidneys, and whatever else 40 years of hard drinking gives you. Tim is on his own again. He calls our mom. "Mommy, I need a place to live. They're going to evict me." She asked me and I said, "No way I want him here, and you will regret it too." This ensues for weeks. I went out there again, mid-morning, weekday. He is shit-faced drunk. I told him, "You aren't coming to the house. I want nothing to do with you and what you bring. You made your boat sink in it. My hands are full with Mom. I am not going to babysit your drunk ass." He cries to sister, cousins, dad, friends that I am making it difficult for him to move to Mommy's house to live for free mooching of Mom. All of the mouths that shall be shut start flapping their ill-informed 2 cents, hounding Mom to save Timmy. He is going to kill himself again. Please help him. Knowing him, another ruse to be pathetic and leech. Mother is bombarded with these others. Sure enough, Tim shows up one day with a moving truck, drunk as fuck. I said to my mom, "What the fuck are you doing?" "He's my son. He's going to kill himself. He isn't well. He's coming home to die." What? Pick one. I explained all that would ensue. She scolds me. "He is your brother. You should help him. You. I explained that he is a drunk, druggy, loser mooch. That is the path he has chosen long ago. I refuse to stand in the way of someone bent on destroying themselves. Okay, he is here now. Here are the rules. Non-negotiable. No booze. No bullshit. You pay $200 a month. Oh yes, Mommy." A couple weeks pass. He refuses to pay anything towards bills. "I need my money for my things." I've heard that before. My mother explained that was agreed upon stipulation by all parties for him to be here. I don't care. Gets angry. Yells at wheelchair-bound Mom. "F you. I'll save my money and get the F out of here before I pay you." In his babbling, he admits that he could have found a place to live, but they wanted too much in rent, and he isn't going to pay a big chunk of his SSDI for rent. Oh, shocking. Weeks later, he starts yammering about if he wants a drink, he can have a drink, and nobody can say anything. Rule number 1, no booze. He has no car, hasn't had a running vehicle in 10 years, always mooched. He has a 1993 Chevy that he has let sit in Mom's driveway for 11 years. Didn't pay her $1 to let this rotting, rusted, oxidized piece of shit sit for 11 years. He starts drinking, falling down, cutting his arms as he slams them into things while staggering around. I'm 3 years older and people think he is my dad. Mom tells him to get the fuck out. No booze. He gets violent, says, "You just try to get me out of this house. I'll fuck you over. Get your SSI taken away. Get the pennies I got from IHSS for taking care of her taken away." Nice guy, right? Fast forward. Mom dies in July. Reverse mortgage that ripped my mom off wants their money and is foreclosing ASAP unless we sell the home left to me. My home now. He freaks. I'm entitled. "I'll sue you in probate court. All this, all blah blah." I told him to get the fuck out now. Again, I ain't going anywhere. This is my house too. So I put the house up for sale. Told him, when the closing date on the escrow is locked in, be gone, stay gone. He freaks, threatening me. Calls my dad back east and cries to him. Cries to his SSDI worker. "So unfair. Poor guy. keeps drinking, smoking weed, and popping his box full of "oh, please don't kill yourself" psychotropics. Sleeps every day till 4 to 5 p.m. Gets up, smokes pot, eats something, turns on the TV, drinks, smokes, eats until 4 to 5 a.m., then passes out. Gets up to take his don't kill yourself pills around 7 a.m., rips weed, then goes back to sleep till around 4 to 5 p.m. House is sold. Time for me to go through the family home of 50 years. My mom saved everything. Baby teeth, first cuts of hair, everything. I feel a duty to save what is left of this family for the grandkids. Sorting through 50 years worth. This scumbag starts rooting around in my mother's stuff. I see him roll up a small black pouch with a green stripe on it in his hand and almost run out the front door to his piece of shit car. I've seen the sneak steal things before. I recognized it. I followed him out. He has all of my mom's jewelry, wedding ring, everything. I grab it. What the fuck are you doing? Really? I was just looking at it. LOL. Come on, man. Stealing mom's jewelry? I told him, get the fuck out of here. The house is sold. You've got 3 weeks. Get going. He starts sniveling. I can't make it on my own. I've tried. I can't. Not my problem. Get the fuck out now. He goes nowhere. I recapped my problems with him, some of which I have mentioned here in the manifesto. He denies skipping on rent. Lie, 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 deny. It is a sickness. My brother's car was in the garage. Didn't move for 2 years because mom had some attachment to it. I got out, clean it up, come inside. Tim goes out and ransacks the car. Took loose change, a few dollars, sunglasses, an old cell phone, but what he was really looking for was weed. I go out. What the fuck is wrong with you? I was just looking. Get the fuck out now. Mom gave the car to me. Tim states that he doesn't even have any transportation, so he should get the car solely based on that. Not a chance in hell. You can buy it off me. I ain't paying you shit. The car should be mine. I don't have a car. What are you going to do with it? I'll sell it, scrap it, set it on fire. I'll do what I want, but I'll sell it to you cheap. I ain't paying you shit. Yes, I know, Tim. Okay, sorry. That little last part was really hard to decipher who was saying what. So, final paragraph. I have to leave to pay bills, make money to keep the utilities on for him to leach, pay for a storage, deal with realtor, etc., etc. I have several GoPros I set up while I'm gone. He just drinks, smokes weed, and calls anybody he thinks may have some inroad to me to tell me to do for him what he would never do for me. My dad calls. Sister calls. Nope. Don't bring it up again. Guess what? Tim is going to kill himself again. That old stunt again. I went and confronted him. So if I'm not going to be your mommy and let you leech off me for the rest of your life, you're going to kill yourself? I didn't say that. Okay, so dad and sis are the liars now. I told him to forget the pills. Hang yourself, man. Let me show you how. Put a belt around your neck and lean into it. You just go to sleep. He insults me, tells me I'm this, I'm that. Yeah, great. Now, why are you still here? You've got 2 weeks to get the fuck out. So when I am gone, he ransacks the house, found my mom's jewelry, took it, pawned it, took my $2,000 mountain bike, pawned it. I had a yard sale and maybe almost $2,000. Had that in an envelope hidden in the jacket pocket in a closet. He found it and took it. He didn't move out, but he bought some weed and booze with it. I fucking attacked him, grabbed him by the throat. You fucking piece of shit. You have ripped me off for 30 years and this is the last time. Get the fuck out now. The big tough bar fighter starts bellowing like a bitch. You're going to jail, man. If you touch me one more time, I'm calling the cops. Call them, fuckface. You forgot you stole mom's jewelry, my bike, my money. Call them. He denies it. What the fuck is with this guy? I have him on video going through my stuff, and my stuff is gone. Only 2 people in this house, me and him, but he lies, denies. It is madness. I pinned him down and told him, get the fuck out. Get that piece of shit car out of mom's driveway. My driveway. Your mooching days are over around here. In closing, he is still here, refuses to leave, is saying he wishes nobody would have ever found him when he tried to suicide stunt before. I said, if you didn't want anyone to find you, why do you call everyone you knew telling them where to find you? He denies it. Says he was found by chance by one of the people he called and told them where he would be. What the fuck? It never ends. I believe this is the brother of all choosing beggars. You can ban me now. Okay. As bad as I feel for OP in this story, telling someone to kill themselves and giving them suggestions on how to do it is never okay. That is not fucking cool at all. I'm angry about how the choosing beggar brother is acting, but I'm more angry about this guy telling him to go kill himself. Like, I understand you're frustrated. That is very frustrating. That guy is a total piece of shit. I agree with you on that. But do not ever tell somebody to go kill themselves. That's a piece of shit move right there. That's all I'm going to say about this one. I don't want to get angry, but he's definitely a choosing beggar, so it did belong here, but yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Can I live with ya? Posted by user Nignog542. A single woman lived a few houses down from me, apparently a foster parent since she cared for 5 kids. The state kept close surveillance on her because she had various live-in boyfriends over the years and didn't follow the rules. Well, she lost her kids last month and lost the house. I'm working on my car outside late last month, and here she came explaining the entire story to me, how she lost her kids and was behind $8,000 on the mortgage. She flat out asked, "Can I live with ya? I don't want to leave this neighborhood." I was shocked. Told her my wife wouldn't approve, and she left with a nice, "Fuck you, you never cared about us anyway." She was kicked out October 1st, and the bank has been cleaning up her mess ever since. At least 3 large dumpster loads out of that house. Maybe now we can get a decent owner in there who appreciates what they've actually got. Wow, that's... Does this person think that when you're a neighbor with somebody that, like, makes you automatically, like, family or something? Like, you... What? Why would anybody ever just say, yeah, sure, come on, move on in with us? Like, oh, that's fucked. I'm sure this woman's probably squatting somewhere at this very moment as we speak. Happy birthday! I expect all my expenses to be covered. Posted by user Saltiest Rabbit. The choosing beggar in this story is some guy who is our school meme. No one likes him. He's racist, lies, and is very rude. Just a big dickbag who makes sexist comments while claiming to respect women. However, my friend, being the nice guy he is, invites him to his birthday party anyways because he feels bad that choosing beggar might feel left out. Everyone else at the birthday decided to all agree to be civil so that no arguments ruin his day. Party starts, everything is fine. Choosing beggar arrives with a present and says, "Happy birthday," without any accidental insults, which is a pleasant surprise to everyone. We play some video games, joke around, then head to an escape room. Here's where the trouble starts. Birthday boy makes it very clear everyone has to pay for themselves. There's no way he's paying $30 for 12 people. When we line up to pay, choosing beggar's eyes go wide. I have to pay $30? This is a robbery. We're all very embarrassed by this comment, and someone tells him to shut up. Except he doesn't. He claims he didn't know he had to pay for himself, so he didn't bring any money. Everyone else starts scrapping together money to pay for him, but Birthday Boy's mom happens to still be in the room and pays for Choosing Beggar, who doesn't even thank her, just keeps muttering about how expensive the escape room was. We get inside the escape room, and Choosing Beggar complains for the entire duration about how cheap and unrealistic the room is, ignoring everyone who tells him to shut up. At this point, Birthday Boy is visibly annoyed, even though he's the most tolerant dude in our entire school and is known for being a nice guy. He jokingly tells Choosing Beggar he's welcome to leave at any time, but Choosing Beggar goes, "Nah, I'm hungry. Can we get some food?" Originally, the plan was to go to McDonald's, which was about 2 minutes walk from the escape room, but no. Choosing Beggar throws a tantrum and rants about how he wants to go to sushi. Birthday Boy hates sushi. The nearest sushi place is a 15 to 20 minute drive. We were 16, so none of us could drive yet. But Choosing Beggar is known to throw huge tantrums and get scrappy when denied, so everyone goes along with it. We all split the Uber fees except for Choosing Beggar. We get on the Uber, and the first thing Choosing Beggar says, in Mandarin, is, "This ride is so sketchy. I think the driver is going to rob us. He looks like a poor Chinatown dude." The driver is Chinese and is visibly pissed off, but doesn't make any comments. Throughout the ride, Choosing Beggar complains about how if someone is going to work for a ride company, they should at least have a decent car. The car wasn't even bad. It was pretty clean and it had a nice vanilla smell. When we finally got off the sushi place, Choosing Beggar plops himself down and Birthday Boy tells him he'll pay for dinner, probably assuming Choosing Beggar will pay him back later on. Nope. Choosing Beggar goes on and orders $50 worth of sushi, a $5 drink, and a $10 dessert. Then complains about the service and how the wasabi is too spicy. Tells Birthday Boy he should have chosen a better restaurant, even though this shop is the only one that's within reasonable driving distance. Birthday Boy didn't invite Choosing Beggar to this year's party. Icing on the cake, Choosing Beggar's present was a $10 gift card. TLDR, Choosing Beggar ruins birthday party by complaining about everything, makes a racist comment, and spends $100 plus of Birthday Boy's money. Ugh. Fuck. See, this is what I mean. Like, you try to be a good person, and there's always somebody like this that will fucking take advantage of you. That's so shitty. I feel so bad for that kid whose birthday was pretty much ruined by... It might as well have been the Choosing Beggar's birthday because he was the one getting everything you wanted. Ugh, fucking entitled little brat. Beggars refuse orange. Posted by user Steven016. I'm located in New York City and was on the train this morning on my way home. A 20-year-old homeless guy comes on the train and begins to sputter words about being homeless, hungry, and how he needs help to get something to eat. No one on the car gives him anything until one lady takes out an orange she was saving in her bag and hands it to him. He takes it and proceeds to rub the orange on my hand. I give him a blank stare. He then tosses the orange on the ground of the car and leaves. The lady picks up the orange from under the seat and places it back in her bag. Not too long after, another beggar comes on the train, asking the people on the train for help to get something to eat. The lady offers him the same orange, to which he refuses. I guess the homeless of NYC can't eat oranges. I don't know if the lady will ever see this, but if you never do come across this, I want you to know you did the right thing, even though I didn't have the guts to tell you at the time. That is, yeah, I don't think they were really hungry. They were probably looking for something else. There's somebody else that put in another story in the comments here. I'm gonna read this one too. It's on the same post by Shinzo Abe Froman. It was about 16 years ago. I was in the downtown area working construction with my boss. We had just come back for lunch and were still doing something in the alley before going back inside. A guy came up asking for money for food. We had just eaten at a deli-type place, and I had my unopened pack of chips. I offered them to him, but he turned them down. My boss offered to take him back to the deli and buy him anything he wanted. He said, "Nah, that will upset my stomach." So my boss asked the guy what he would like. The guy said McDonald's, which was right around the corner. So my boss offered to take him there and buy him whatever he wanted. He turned that down after asking for it, saying it would upset his stomach. Bottom line, he just wanted money for food or drugs. Fast forward to about 3 years ago. I was working in a restaurant in an even shittier part of town. I was on a diet at the time and was carrying my lunch that consisted of cold oatmeal and 2 hard-boiled eggs. A guy came up asking if I could make him a sandwich. I said, "No, that belongs to my boss. It's not mine to give away." I offered him my lunch, and much to my surprise, he took it. I figure if someone is willing to accept plain cold oatmeal and cold boiled eggs, then they really are hungry. It's true. That's how you know those people really are hungry. They will take the food. That's why I never give money to anybody. I always buy them something. You say you're hungry? Let me take you to Tim Hortons. I'll get you a soup or a sandwich and a coffee or hot chocolate, whatever you want. If they say no, that's okay. I just want to, go get groceries or something. No. You want to go to the grocery store with me and I'll buy you a couple things? I am not giving you money because I'm sorry, but that's just enabling them to stay on the streets that way. Some would argue that giving them food enables them to, but I'm sorry, I'm not that heartless. Beggar insults me for giving him money. Posted by user TechPenguin5. So this happened a few years back. I was on my way to university and was running pretty late for my morning lecture. I decided to stop my taxi ride about 50 meters short of the university due to traffic congestion. I'm walking at a brisk pace towards the university as I stumble across ChoosingBeggar, who holds out his hands, clearly indicating what his intentions were. He was an old man, and it was apparent that he was homeless. I reached for my wallet to hand him some change. As I open my wallet, I realize, except for a few coins, that I am all out of change. What I did have was the equivalent to about 20 cents? Okay, at this point, the smart thing would have been to just tell him I am all out of change and just carried on with my lecture. But in my frantic state of mind, I decided to just quickly hand him the change and continue on. I figured something is better than nothing, right? So I bend over to this man who was lying on the street with nothing but the pavement under him and hand him the money and tell him, "Sorry, but this is all I have. Maybe if you're here later, I'll give you some more." I don't know if he heard the last part or not, but he accepts the money, then looks up at me and starts screaming filth in my face in our native tongue, telling me how I should take the money and stuff it up all order places. Of course, he puts it away in his pocket. I just took 2 steps back, trying to process what I just heard, then turn around and head straight for my lecture without uttering another word to him. In hindsight, the amount I gave him isn't really enough to buy anything substantial in today's economy, but is someone in his situation really entitled enough to be this picky? You called it. 20 cents, like you said, can't really buy him anything, but you're probably not the only person that's throwing some money his way, and all that can add up. It can add up to a substantial amount. But you didn't have to give him anything, so clearly that's a choosing beggar right there. It sucks when you try to do something nice for someone and there's a lot of actual beggars today in these stories, it looks like. He really needs the money more than he needs diapers. Posted by user Emerald Peach. I posted this to r/childfree, and someone told me it would also be appropriate over here. I used to work at a bar in my town and just remembered this gem of a story. The bar had a regular lounge area with the slot machines, and also a function room that was regularly rented out for birthdays, weddings, anniversary parties, etc. Our liquor license obviously didn't allow guests to bring their own alcohol, so when booking an event, you were given the option to have a bartender in the room or forego it. One day, a pretty young guy, that's how he sounded on the phone anyways, called to book a diaper party for his buddy. For those on this sub that don't know, a diaper party is like a man's baby shower, where the father of the baby and the men in his family and friends drink and eat and have a great time. Generally, all the guests bring a box of diapers for the new dad. I, female, have been invited to these, and they're a lot more fun than baby showers. Maybe I'm biased, since I hate baby showers. So do I. Please don't invite me to baby showers. Anyways, this is how the lovely conversation went. Guy: hey, I wanted to book a diaper party for my buddy. Me: oh, yes, of course. The capacity is X and the price is XXX, and that includes the extra bartender. Guy: we don't need a bartender. How much is it without a bartender? Me: actually, it's the same price regardless. Most diaper parties involve alcohol, so I had to mention it, but it's obviously up to you to forego that part if you wish. Guy: I think we should get a discount for not having a bartender because we're bringing our own stuff. Me: oh, okay, sorry. I didn't realize that's what you had planned, but our liquor license doesn't allow outside liquor in our establishment, besides weddings where people like bringing homemade wine. I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't think there are many venues in this area that will actually allow you to do that. But like I said, the extra bartender is included in the price. Guy: that's not gonna work. See, we need to bring our own liquor because we're having a fundraiser. I don't see the issue. Lots of people have the fundraisers there. Me: first of all, even with fundraisers, we don't allow outside liquor. And sorry, I'm confused. I could have sworn you said you were having a diaper party. Guy: oh, we are. Me: I never heard of a diaper party including a fundraiser. Guy: it's just my buddy really needs money more than he needs diapers, so that's why we're having a fundraiser. Me, annoyed: oh, I see. Well, we are going to require proof of your vendors/fundraising license as well. Guy, who's silent for 5 or 6 seconds: my... what? What do I need that for? Me: that's what I thought. I'm afraid I can't help you any further, sir. We have rules and it seems like you want me to break all of them for you. I wish you the best of luck finding a venue, and I wish your buddy the best of luck with his baby, who, by the way, is going to need diapers a heck of a lot more than his dad's friend's money. Have a good day. I was floored. A fundraiser for a diaper party. Does his buddy not have a job? I can't imagine he would get more than a few $100s even if he got to have one. I feel so bad for this dude's kid. So do I. Like, if you need money more than diapers... what are you gonna do? I mean, I guess maybe if his mom's the mom is crafty and she knows how to make her own cloth diapers, then I guess they wouldn't really need the diapers, but that's pretty fucked up. And this guy clearly wanted, like, where have you ever heard of, like, any establishment that allows you to bring in your own booze? I don't drink myself. I have nothing against anybody who does. I just don't like the taste of alcohol. And I'm not a cheap drunk. It takes me a lot to get drunk, so I don't like the taste, and having to drink that much of it is just a huge turnoff to me, so no thanks. But yeah, like, who, where? There's no place in, at least, I don't think any place in Canada that would allow outside liquor, so this guy's just got a field of dreams that he just is not going to be able to attain. Choosing Beggar throws fit over military discount that she didn't earn. Posted by user WildCrusader10. So I work at a particular Irish-themed auto parts store, and with it being in a semi-large town right beside the interstate, we get all different types of people, from rednecks to wealthy business executives. Well, one evening, about an hour before I get off, an older lady, no offense to older women, comes in. Unfortunately, I can't remember what she bought, but I'm pretty sure it was nothing more than $40. And as she's walking to my particular register, I could just tell she was going to be a difficult customer. I proceed to scan her product, and the conversation goes something like as followed. Me. Will this be all for you, ma'am? Choosing Beggar. Yes, that will be all. And I have a military discount. Me. Okay, ma'am. Do you mind showing me your military or DOD ID? Choosing Beggar. I don't have one, but my son does. Who wasn't with her. Me. Sorry, ma'am, but unless you served yourself and have an ID or some other way of me knowing that the discount applies to you, I can't give you the discount. Choosing Beggar. But my son is in the military and I get the discount other places all the time. Me. I'm sorry, ma'am, but I can't give you the discount under the particular circumstances. If you would like, the corporate phone number is over here on the window. If you wish to call them and put in a complaint. Choosing Beggar. Is there a manager I could speak with? 'Cause I honestly don't have time for this. Me. Actually, ma'am, my store manager has gone home for the day, which leaves me the supervisor for another hour until another person gets here. He'll be back tomorrow if you want to come back then. Unfortunately, she never came back the next day and complained to my manager, who was an ex-army mechanic, but she did put in a bad review on Yelp after talking to corporate. Just goes to show that some people would do almost anything to save a few dollars, even if it's at the expense of others. I really want to know what the review said. I'm scrolling down to see if they said that, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it here. Oh wait. No, I'm not seeing it. Okay, so this irritates me. People, it's like it's almost like stolen valor. Like, what makes you so entitled to get a military discount? Like, okay, yay, you had sex and popped a freaking kid out of your vagina. That makes you entitled? No, I'm sorry, but maybe go serve your own country and then stop trying to, leech off of your son's valor, because that's pretty shitty. Choosing Beggar University, posted by user Griffin for War. I am a physician and recently finished my training and moved back to my hometown. Once here, the local university reached out to me about being the team physician for all of their athletic departments: football, baseball, soccer, tennis, wrestling, lacrosse, track and field, etc. I was very interested in the prospect of working with student athletes, as I enjoy sports medicine, so I agreed to meet with the administration. During the meeting, they took me on a tour of their $1 million campus and their new athletic buildings, which they had just built for about $30 million. They showed me all their new equipment they had in the physical therapy department. No shit, they had an $80,000 treadmill. At the end of all this, they sat me down and talked about my responsibilities. I would be the physician of 800 athletes. I would give the sign-off of any physical therapy forms. I would have to review concussion procedures and training regimens. I would have to be available 24/7 for emergencies. I would have to come to all home games. I would have to pay for admission to be present in case of injury. I would also have to come into 4 meetings per month to meet with department heads. It was a lot and would be a significant use of my time, but I was willing to consider it. But then I asked about compensation. I shit you not, the guy told me, "Oh, we would pay you in patience. Don't you want to help people?" They wouldn't expect a full-fledged physician at their beck and call at all hours of the day or night for free. When I asked them, "What do you think is a fair compensation for my service?" they told me I could use the campus gym whenever you feel like it. I want to help people, but I also want to feed my family and pay off my $300,000 debt. So I made it very clear to them that I would not be taking on such a massive responsibility with no compensation. Then they tried to pull the whole, "We are a Christian college and this would be a good way to serve the Lord" bit, and I shut it down because that is some manipulative bullshit. I explained to the athletic director that a job equals work plus pay, and that they had only offered me more work in addition to my practice. I told him that if he got a serious offer together, he could call me to discuss it, but otherwise I wouldn't be working with them under these conditions. 1 week later, they called back and offered to let me come to all the games for free. I said no and asked them not to call me again. If my time, training, and abilities are worth $0 to them, then I will give them $0 worth of my attention. If you don't value your own time, nobody else will. So true. I'm so tired of these fucking religious organizations just trying to take advantage of people. I'm sorry, but they don't pay taxes. They get tons of... The fucking Catholic Church is like millionaires. Like, they have so much money, it's disgusting. They could probably end all world hunger if they, I don't know, downsized all these massive cathedrals and churches and all that to tiny little, enough to just seat the people that are there to listen to your crazy ramblings. I'm sorry, I'm not judging. I shouldn't judge people that go to church, but it's just... They could end world hunger. Let me just put it that way. They could end world hunger if they stopped just soaking the money back into their own church and their own pockets and all that. Especially the evangelicals. The crazy ones on TV that claim they can, like, exorcise the demons out of you. Those are the biggest cons right there. But, I have a lot of friends, a lot of family that are religious, and I have nothing against them. I just do not agree with religion whatsoever, and that's my opinion. You guys are free to practice whatever you want. But yeah, coming back to this story, no, that's a lot of work. You're basically devoting your whole life to a job without pay. No. How do they expect him to take care of his family? You can't reasonably expect somebody to be at your beck and call 24 hours a day, 365 days a year for nothing. No, I don't blame him one bit. I would tell them to shove it where the sun don't shine. And the last story is called Crazy Karen at a Starbucks, posted by user Chaos is my name. This just happened at the Starbucks I'm still sitting at. I'm a regular customer at a Starbucks in my town, and for reference, I was just sitting at a table watching this happen. So a woman walks up to the counter with her drink, dragon fruit iced tea with lemonade in it, and calls over the barista. Woman: "Hi, sir. Could you please remake this drink?" Barista: "Yeah, sure. What was the problem with it?" Woman: "It made me feel sick. There's something wrong with your lemonade. Remake it right now." Barista: "Okay, no problem, ma'am." So he goes to remake the drink and rinses the cup, cap, and straw with water. He hands her back the cap and straw, and she goes, "Oh, it's okay. You can just use another cup and stuff. You have it, don't you?" So this guy uses another cup to make the drink. She takes it back and then starts getting mad. Woman: "Did you use the same lemonade from the pitcher?" Barista: "Yes, ma'am. That's the lemonade we use for everyone." Woman: "Can't you just get the concentrate and put it in my drink?" Barista: "For sure." So he makes the drink for a third time with a third cup per request of the woman and hands it back to her. She finally seems happy and walks back to her table. You'd think that's it, but oh no. This woman just doesn't seem to ever be happy. She comes up to the counter and calls the barista over. I kid you not. These are her exact words. Woman: "Can you have someone else make this for me? You must be new here and making it wrong. I'm a regular, so I feel like I should be treated better than this." Barista: "Actually, I've been here for a little over a year and I've never seen you before. If you need me to, I can make the drink for you again." The woman throws the cup at the barista, cussed him out, and leaves the store in a rage. At this point, I feel so bad for the barista that I go over and help him clean up the mess she made. So that was the crazy Starbucks experience I just had. Guys, my dudes, oh my god, I keep picturing myself and what I would do in these situations. And honestly, if this fucking bitch whipped a drink at me like that, I would be jumping over that counter so fucking fast. So fucking fast. I do not have tolerance for disrespect. Like, I cannot tolerate being disrespected. Same goes for if I see any of my friends and family being disrespected. You can bet your ass I turn into a fiery ball of motherfucking rage, and you need to stay far away from me if that happens. So yeah, you don't want to fuck with me. People always underestimate me too because I'm like 5'4", but I'm pretty good at making people tap out, so just saying. All right, my dudes, thank you so much for sticking out for this whole video with me, if you did. Kudos to you. You're fucking awesome. I love all my subscribers. You guys are getting more active in the comments, and I'm fucking loving it. So keep them coming. If you liked it, as always, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified when future videos come out and all that jazz. And don't forget, as always, the links to these stories will be in the description. So head on over to Reddit and show those posters some love by giving their stories some upvotes, because you fucking know they deserve it. And while you're in the enchanted land of Reddit, head on over to r/RedditFairy and submit your stories there, because my dudes, as always, you never know, they just might show up in the next episode. So until the next time, keep it classy, my dudes.